Let me tell you a story about an amazing country, the United States of America. United we stand. Let's take a journey across America and witness some amazing manufacturing companies that produce amazing products that we need. Let's meet with some of these companies as we work to promote this country. Here at Bad Mojo Media and Excalibur Artisans, we have a blessed opportunity to meet many artisans, many manufacturers, and many companies nationwide. We'll work with a lot of them on our show. We'll get a chance to meet them, talk to them, see what drove their passion to bring them to this industry. We'll discover what it means to be American and what it means to back, promote, buy, and sell American-made goods and products. Every day we wake up in this beautiful country and we have an opportunity to start once again and follow our dreams and visions. Here at Bad Mojo Media Studios, we work with many different kinds of people across this great country. We wish to promote, train, educate, and work with other like-minded individuals. Join us in this journey. Come follow along with us, learn with us, and grow with our brand. We hope you enjoy this show.
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, Bad Mojo Media Studios presents Passion Driven. I'm your host, Daryl Bates. So it's been a while, TV land, or radio land, whichever one you prefer. So today I have a lot I want to talk about. Boy, the world has just gotten all kinds of crazy on all of us, irregardless of what industry we're in. From artisans to bakers and you name it, we're all struggling in some odd, inconceivable way that we never foresaw coming. So I want to start with some important things that I think are near and dear to certainly my heart, no doubt most of America as well. And then from there, I want to go into the amazing journey that's been Excalibur Artisans' life, right along with Bad Mojo Media Studios. So they kind of go hand in hand, as I've said before, and as everyone kind of sees, that one benefits the other, and I love them both very much. So that being said, as I look at all that's unfolding in front of us as a nation, I think the biggest thing that really strikes me is I think we really need to send a message of hope, a message of respect, and a message of unity. Because I think that now that we see what a pandemic can look like, whether we are on one side of our belief system or another, is kind of irrelevant because it has affected us all in some way, unforeseen. And so when I start to see some of the good that's come from this, if you can find some, I would say it's on the same spectrum as the bad things. As an example, human nature. I've seen amazing things that people have done recently to help one another. I've been part of that myself with the Easy Chem system and team that I work with from Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, camera lady. I just noticed you're back there. How you doing? Anyway, do I look good? Am I centered? Anyway, so that being said, Easy Chem has been an amazing family to me. They've treated me with so much respect, and I've had a chance to really go to Georgia and see their facility and work with them. And I think it really resounds to the sense of what kind of human being I am. And the reality of it is that we're all our own unique human being. We all have our own mindset. We all have our own fears. We all have our own strengths. And I think that the things that I'm seeing, both on good and bad, I want to discuss that for a few minutes. So I've seen people helping people like never before. And I see others hating one another like never before. And both of these things happen in a normal state of affairs, whether we're having a pandemic worldwide or not. I see amazing people helping with, underprivileged individuals, with sick individuals, with elderly, with finances, with family love and unity. And then you see the other side of that, constant drama and horrible parts of our nature that sometimes come through when we're put to task and tough things happen. As all of us are wondering, I shouldn't say all of us, as most of us are wondering about possible income and the outcome of what our businesses will look like, or even if we're an artisan. If it wasn't a starving artisan before, it certainly might be now. And so these are the things that I want to talk about. And again, I think the thing I go back to is the things that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. Hope, respect, and unity. And one of the things about our country as a whole is, what does it mean, truthfully, to be an American? And everybody has a different point of view about that too. To some, an American is a very loose term. Perhaps it's just that they were born here and they don't really think about it. Other people are just extremely diehard American. I guess you could count me on that side of things. I'm pretty much a diehard American. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud I'm born here. I'm proud I have the privileges and opportunities that a lot of other people around the world do not. And not for 1 second do I intend to take that for granted. Instead, it's just the opposite. I wish to spread a message of what I believe true Americans are and should be. Doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. That's the point of being an American, is that we have the freedom of choice to be who we wish to be, providing it's within the law. And if you're not, then we won't put this on the show. But aside from that, again, I think the good that we can do from a circumstance like this can restore our hope in what it means to be an American, and we all have a different way we can do that. Myself, I've given a lot of thought to all those who sacrificed before me. I've given a lot of thought to all the small businesses, men and women alike, family members, and others who struggled through difficult times only to find ourselves on this strange American landscape that is so much different than we ever could have went to school to learn about. And so I guess, again, I think my message of hope, unity, and respect goes to the very depths of who we are as Americans, regardless of anything else. And so I ask of you, and I encourage you to reach out to those who may need help. And most importantly, myself, I simply refuse to live in fear, regardless of anything. Now, that does not mean that I cannot be extremely cautious, thoughtful to all those around me, because I must be. And especially with circumstances like this that are upon us now, I have to be extremely thoughtful about where I may be, who I may carry or transmit something to. All of this is very real to me, at least in terms of what can or cannot happen. I cannot change all things. I can certainly change myself. But that being said, I also refuse to live in fear. Americans never became who we are. America never became the country it is by all of us living in fear. In fact, it's just quite the opposite. All of those that were pushed with horrible things over many centuries and generations, all the red-blooded Americans have stood forward to best represent what our country stands for. So that, again, I suggest everyone to be cautious, be careful, be smart, be intelligent, certainly be aware of the fact that we don't wish to be transmitters of anything. We wish to help our country heal. I finally took a little time and, if you will, isolated myself from somewhat of what I normally do. I needed that. I think my better half and the beautiful camera lady behind the scenes here filming me needed that together. But that being said, I think there are other ways we can now benefit as well. I think now is a perfect time for shows like mine, because when we find ourselves without a whole lot to do, or even if we are busy, we can still pop us on the radio, we can still watch it on YouTube, we can still watch it on other platforms, Facebook, whatnot. And I think number two, and this is to be said, and I think everyone will agree, one of the things we can all do now is learn. So as my career's grown and the opportunities I have to teach, the same applies to learning. I can learn so much right now from others as I look around the landscape and I see what people are doing or not doing. I see a lot of creativity right now. I think now is a great time to teach, educate, and learn. And that certainly applies to me just as well as everyone else. I want to learn all that I possibly can. And with that being said, we'll be right back with a word from our sponsor. Hello everyone, Daryl Bates, your host of Bad Mojo Media Studios, Passion Driven. So we took a little break, and right now I'm witnessing my better half eat, and boy is that frustrating. If I could eat and do this show, I would, but it'd be horrible. Anyway, glad to be back. Had a word from our sponsor there in a little break. And, you know, the funny thing is despite how this has affected our economy, a lot of my neighbors around here are still busy. I can hear all kinds of things going on in the background. And people sawing and cutting and doing all kinds of interesting things. So that's good to see. I'm happy to see everybody out there doing whatever they can to stay busy and to work. So I want to talk about some other things that are very, very important to me. And one of those is the creativity process has always been something that's driven me and many other people like me. And right now, I can't think of a better time to apply ourselves to learn. So that being said, our sister company Excalibur Artisans will be releasing some unique videos that I encourage you all to follow along and watch. You can find my website at www.excaliburartisans.com, and you can find us on Facebook under Excalibur Artisans. I'm sorry, Excalibur Surfaces. So definitely join, follow along, and see some of the great video we're going to be producing and putting out there on a day-to-day basis. Some very cool training tips, some very cool things that we're working on, as well as an extensive training program. Right now, I've been blessed to work with a lot of unique companies. The company that I really have put all of my faith into, and I believe they feel the same, and have put a ton of faith in me, is EasyChem. Working with the whole team to really create something unique and provide new ways and new applications with new products to come up with some more and wonderful training and opportunities. So definitely be following along with that. You'll be seeing this on Facebook. I'll be sharing links. I'll be putting it on YouTube. I'll be doing more day-to-day videos like this. This is a perfect time for all of us to really learn and educate others too. As an example, most children at this point are being homeschooled, so we're all used to that now. A lot of the training and college courses, of course, are all being done at home. At any rate, I think of it as this is a wonderful opportunity. We'll be right back. We actually have to take a break for a quick second, and be following. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back again. Daryl Bates, your host of Bad Mojo Media Studios, Passion Driven. So I want to talk about some upcoming events that we do have in the training spectrum. Now, we don't have a guaranteed date, unfortunately, because of everything at the moment. My guess is the first weekish, somewhere in there, of May. And this is at All Coating Source of Colorado, Garrett Peterson's location, a wonderful guy. Has been growing a business for some time. He just moved into a ginormous new location, and I'm going to be there doing a cool seminar with him and the group here pretty quick. I will let everyone know when that's coming. Hopefully you guys can participate. Some of the training that I want to work with in the near future, live here in my shop, is I actually want to make a beautiful river flow table. Probably something like a waterfall where it goes over the edge. I may add some cementuous to this as well and build something totally unique. And I'd like my audience to start watching as we unfold this on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis. A lot of these training and videos you'll see right here on Bad Mojo Media's sister station, Excalibur Artisans. I'll be featuring a lot of that. I'll share it on YouTube. I'd like you guys to follow along and learn with me as we grow. We'll add some very cool things like we'll do some CNC engraving with Henry Ashworth's Red Art CNC machine, as well as other cool custom unique opportunities. So be following along. I'll be letting you know when we're going to do this, and then we'll start doing live videos along with this as well from YouTube as well as Facebook. So we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Tune back in just a moment. And just like that, we're back again. Daryl Bates, Bad Mojo Media's Passion Driven. Brain fart. It happens even when you're behind the camera, but it's okay. It's acceptable. It's my show. So just some other things to talk about. I know that I have talked previously on this episode at least about some of the cool training that we're going to be doing. And again, I want to encourage you to watch because this is a learning process for me too. At first and foremost, I'm always going to be humble enough to admit that I don't know it all. You know, it's weird, right? But I don't, and I need to learn every day too. So I keep watching all the different cool things from all the different platforms that we're all a part of. When I say all of us, and I mean that a lot of people who watch the show, of course, are on the same platforms that I am in the decorative industry and concrete and decorative epoxies. And I love all of those platforms, but there's a lot of others that I like too. I think in the near future, I'm going to invite a group from Santa Fe here from a glass blowing company that I'd love to work with. I'd like to find somebody out there to give me a call, 608-426-1997. I want a metalsmith guy. I want somebody to come in here and really do something cool that we can create. I know there's a lot of good carvers out there too. I'd like to have a cool segment here and include some of the vertical carving and other cool things that we want to feature on this show. So I think this and many other platforms like it are a tremendous way for us to share and learn. And as so far as things go in the world right now, some of us are slow, unfortunately, some of us are not. It just depends on who we are. It's always a good time to learn and to educate, but right now especially is a good time to really tie into something cool and just consider it a great show on Netflix that you can binge watch. I'll put something out there every darn day and we'll start doing some tremendously cool things in my studio. So with that being said, we'll be right back. Thanks again, everybody. Bad Mojo Media Studio Productions. Passion driven. Alrighty, and we're back one more time around the block. I'd like to conclude this little episode today. And again, I'm going to be releasing a lot more of these. Usually I used to do it every Tuesday with a video on the weekend, but I think I'm going to be making these quite a bit more now. I feel now is a good time for all of us to participate, hop in, learn, share what we know. So before I go again, I just wanted to once more discuss a solid message to all of those who may watch the show and those who don't, hopefully they will. Also too, I just wanted to put out there that you can reach us at any point at 608-426-1997. You can reach us at Bad Mojo Media Podcast at gmail.com as well. Again, I'm Daryl Bates, your host, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of unique things on this stage and this platform as we continue. So hopefully you'll continue to watch. And again, the message that I really want to say goodbye to everyone today, at least, as I said earlier, a message of hope, respect, and unity. And with that, be a strong American. Help your neighbor. Be aware of what's going on around us, and if we need to help someone else that needs it, whether they need food or they need any other kind of help. Hell, sometimes it's just nice to give someone a call. Maybe they're in the house too much, or they're tied up with their spouse and not getting along and they need help. Give your friends and your neighbors a shout. Make sure everybody's okay. Be a strong American. We'll get through this. Our economy will boom. I'm not talking one side or the other. I'm talking our whole country that should not be divided. So, with that being said, thanks again for watching Bad Mojo Media Studios. Passion driven. Daryl Bates, your host. We'll be back again very soon. Be following us for all of our new training and new events coming up. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care now.